Hey, Jim Gaffney with your mortgage market update of the week. We're going to shift gears and kind of go back a couple weeks to follow up with a question about, is this a bubble, right? This question comes up so often. When's it going to crash? Is this a bubble? Is this like 2008? So I just wanted to share a couple of quick talking points for you to have as a real estate agent, as a professional, to converse with your consumers or inquiring minds. So some basic fundamental knowledge about 2008. In 2008, there was really very little, I'm going to say almost no underwriting standards. So what you had is a massive alt A or subprime mortgage industry that was counting on falsifying income compliantly. Somehow it was done over the course of 5.5 years to state buyers' income, whatever they wanted to state, or in some cases have no income verification, and in some cases have no asset verification. So the mortgage industry at that time opened doors up for potential fraudulent loans and potential imbalance of somebody's ability to repay a debt. So underwriting standards are a lot different today. We have a massive amount of integrity. They're not going to get fooled twice. Trust me, especially these bigger banks whose balance sheets took a hit at that time. They're not going to lighten the load on their underwriting standards. So underwriting is a lot stricter today than it was in 2008. That's important to know. Also, massive equity. Homes have so much more equity today than they did in 2007, 2008. Homes were leveraged. There was liens at 100%, and in some cases higher than 100% of the value of that home. Today, especially due to recent appreciation, we have a higher amount of home equity. That means if somebody gets into a difficult position, into a potential foreclosure, potential forbearance, potential payment default in some scenario, there's a lot of room of equity for them to either exit that loan if they have to sell the home, to work out a modification. The bank's in a very low risk position from an equity perspective. So some of the largest amounts of equity are right now today in homes. So if you're a homeowner, you likely have a lot more equity today than you certainly did a few years back, certainly more than in 2008. Lastly, and the most important is inventory, right? We talk about shortages of inventory, but shortages of inventory create demand, right? So you have this buyer demand fueled by a population surge in the millennial population. The millennial population is reaching or has reached household formation age. Right now, they're turning 30, 31, 32, 33. They want homes. They need homes. They're starting families. So you have this massive population. We have not enough homes to support that population, whether it's through home sale or renting. There's not enough inventory for the number of bodies who want that home. That was an inverse scenario back in 2006. We had more homes available on the market, more homes being completed than we had buyers at that time, really due to population. So underwriting standards have changed. We have more equity in homes, and we have a massive population surge for home buyers wanting home ownership right now. And if anybody can go back to 10th grade economics, when you study the laws of supply and demand, there is the answer to your question about what you can expect in real estate in the near future. Now, that's not to say that things are not going to calm down. We just don't see them coming down. And we say that solely on the basis of demand. So hopefully that gives you some talking points with your partners and your clients. And thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you next week. Okay? Bye-bye.